Hang on a second. We have SV versus TGK. So, should be a pretty good match. Let me look up the proper names here. If I can get to load up. Okay. SV. That is what I was told. But I'm not seeing an SV in here. Oh, maybe this is the bottom bracket. There we go. Yeah, it's ShadowBlade Vanguards versus TG Kassadin that we are currently up against. Looks like Elise and Vayne are banned right at the start here, and then a Nunu comes out very quickly. So 3 very quick bans.
Definitely trying to target junglers, I believe, with Elise and Nunu at the very least. Vayne has been arguably very strong, especially with her early to mid-game. Well, more so than she originally was, especially with the introduction of Blade of the Ruined King. So she's out right now. Orianna might be a target ban. I'm not sure on the history of the teams, but she is currently banned out right now, waiting on 3rd bans.
Yeah, looks like they're taking their time, really talking this one over. It sounds like. Okay, they're going to ban Malphite. So it looks like they're going to eliminate... because usually if you see a Malphite on the team, usually you build around a Wombo combo. So it looks like they're going to try to maybe deter Purple Team from going with play style similar to that.
Yeah, 2 initiations banned for the blue team, whereas the purple team is mostly focusing on the carries, trying to eliminate some high priority damage dealers and or control-based champions. Most notably Thresh. He is arguably one of the strongest supports right now, so banning him out will limit the options for who was it, Shadow Vanguard SV?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Double check real quick, make sure who's who. It should be Shadow Vanguards is the blue side, which is that's why you see SV on the left, and it is TG Kassadin on the right side.
TG Kassadin, got it. Looks like currently blue team is hovering over Nami at the moment, waiting to see if they lock in. First picking Nami as a support. Nami is rather powerful, has a good mix of offensive and defensive abilities. She's actually a very versatile pick for the bottom lane because she can either play very aggressively or very passively. So overall, very safe pick for the blue team.
Yeah, and looks like they're having over an Udyr right now for purple side. Gonna see if they lock that in. And a Blitzcrank actually, so that would be interesting. I haven't seen a Blitzcrank played in so long. Okay, never mind. Switch it all around. He doesn't know what he wants to go. So I'll just kind of wait until I see something actually get lucky. Yeah, he's just going to champions right now. We got Lulu support, it looks like, though, because TG Drex here hasn't been really changing. He's kind of just hovering this Lulu, which actually is a pretty good pick versus a Nami, in my opinion. Probably the strongest counter, or quote unquote counter for a Nami.
Alongside being a counter, Lulu also has just as much, if not maybe a little bit more versatility than Nami. So whatever Nami decides to do, Lulu can definitely adapt to that. So it's going to be very even in this bot lane. I think the lane mechanics will be decided on what carries are being picked. Meanwhile, for the blue team, we have Jungle Jarvan currently being hovered over by SV Soul. Teemo with Revive and Clairvoyance. I'd really like to see that one go on, but I think he's just hovering over that as a troll pick right now. We might see Teemo top lane. Nope, he's switching over to Varus right now. So looking at the Varus-Nami combo right now.
Yeah, very strong combo if they decide to go that way. It's very poke lane. Definitely would be trying to get some early kills. We got chat going, Teemo, Teemo, Teemo. So they're kind of excited about that, but
yeah, looking at the Varus Nami bot lane combo, Nami actually has a lot of good trading potential with that ebb and flow because she can nail the enemy for damage, and that flow will come right back to her and heal whatever trading damage Lulu tried to do. Combining that zoning potential with Varus's long-range poke with that piercing arrow, depending upon the AD carry for the purple team, they're going to have a pretty hard time.
Oh, very quick picks coming out. Decide to go Ezreal and Fizz. Ezreal, I feel, is a very good pick because definitely should be able to get escape from all those prisms from Nami, and you should be able to have a fairly easy time with getting your last hits in without taking that poke from Varus. So I feel like that was a strong pick. And Fizz is always a pretty strong mid laner. There are some counters, but we'll see what they decide to go.
I think the Ezreal and Fizz picks are essentially counters to the Jarvan pick because that ultimate of his is going to trap them in. Ezreal can simply blink out, and Fizz can simply, I believe the move is Playful Trickster, just hop on his staff and get right the heck out of there. So this is a very flighty composition out of the purple team. They're going to try to delay the fight as long as possible. But look at the picks for blue team, Zed and LeBlanc. They don't. These are actually two very interesting picks because the purple team is going to be very flighty. They're going to try to hold these engagements for as long as possible. With Zed and LeBlanc, these engagements are going to be over quick if they get their full combo off. They can, Ezreal and Fizz can jump around all they want, but once they're caught, they're going to be caught.
Yeah, I agree. And even Zach has a way of disengaging out of that Cataclysm also. But with that Zed coming in also, once they're going to get caught, they're going to have a hard time kiting back now. So purple team, I feel, needs to initiate. There we go. Diana actually getting hovered over. So could be seeing maybe a Zach top with a Diana jungle, or maybe even a Zach jungle with a Diana in top lane. Or Fizz also, actually, I guess, also, depending on what they decide to run.
Yeah, depending upon the trades, it's probably... I'm willing to bet it's going to be Fizz mid because he can have an easy time against LeBlanc in the early game because he can dodge those sigils of hers with that Playful Trickster. But once it comes time to hit 6, he's really going to have to play his engagements carefully and try to engage when LeBlanc engages, dodge some of that burst potential, and then counterattack from there. So no trades as of yet. This could be a Diana top lane.
Yeah, it looks like it. That would be my best bet currently. I mean, of course, Fizz or Diana can really go either or, but Fizz is just definitely the more traditional mid laner. So that's what we will assume for now. So they got Summoner spells here. It looks like Fizz and Diana electing to go with that both ignites. Actually, same thing here for blue side. They're both running ignites, so no teleports. So I'm not going to see like 5v4's bot lane to try to rush the dragon, anything like that currently. So
very little global presence in either of these team compositions. We don't see Shen, we don't see any teleports. So these lanes are going to have to rely on themselves and the positioning of their jungler to accomplish much of anything.
Yeah, I agree completely. But going off the team comps alone, I'd actually have to give a slight advantage to SV, simply because they do, once they catch someone on the purple team off of TG Kassadin, they're going to have a very hard time escaping, like you were saying before, just because they have the slow when they kite now from LeBlanc, from Zed. Even this Cataclysm is going to be able to slow them down. I might even force some flashes out, which would be magnificent, because then that's going to just mitigate all that escape that they're going to have.
Yeah, well, the purple team doesn't have much of a split push composition. They're definitely going to want to engage in as many small skirmishes as possible because those escapes are really going to work for one or two abilities. But the thing is, SV currently has, again, Zed and LeBlanc. So if the blue team can really bait out those escape abilities, bait out the Arcane Shift and the Playful Trickster, then another assassin can come in and finish the job while they're vulnerable.
Yeah. Like someone just said in chat, actually, if purple team catches someone out and then nukes them down, yeah, definitely that will be a huge advantage. So maybe that's what they're looking for. Maybe that could be why they don't have like a super global presence, because maybe they're just trying to hopefully find people out in the jungle. So hopefully this Zach can really pull it out for them and just catch people out here and there.
Yeah, a lot of what the purple team is going to have to do is rely on their roaming potential. And Zach actually can help with that roaming potential quite a bit because of his elastic slingshot. He can just appear out of nowhere, flying through the air, and suddenly make fights a 2v1. So it's going to be reliant on whether the blue team can get the team fights they want, or if the purple team can get the skirmishes through roaming that they want.
Yeah, I agree completely. So just kind of waiting for things to get loaded up here. Should be... got that minute-long delay, so kind of just trying to burn some time for you guys currently. Let's see what we can find here. Not too much going on in Twitch chat currently, just talking about some OP champions, but nothing about this game related. I don't know. Do you feel like maybe this Diana pick should have been something else? Because like the only tank they have right now is basically Zach, and of course, Fizz can escape a lot of fights and escape a lot of abilities with his Playful Trickster, but I just feel they don't have a lot of a front line currently.
It's really going to depend upon how Diana builds. Most Dianas really don't well, they favor a lot of tanky AP builds. So we're probably going to see either a very fast Abyssal or a very fast Zhonya's, depending upon what Diana's lane matchup is. She's going to be rather tanky, but I think her main let's see here. She almost seems like a fail-safe because we have Lulu who can help get fights underway. We have Diana who can hard engage fights, but then we have Ezreal, Fizz, and Zac who are very good at just overall skirmishes, being very flighty and things like that. So I think the Diana pick is in case blue team really wants to get those team fights underway and they catch them in a 5v5, Diana can use that Moonfall, bring them all in. Lulu can have her ultimate to knock all them up, and then from there you actually have quite a bit of area of effect damage through Fizz's Playful Trickster, alongside whether he lands his Shark, Chum the Waters, Ezreal's True Shot Barrage, and Zac's Elastic Slingshot, if he's able to land in the midst of all of them. So Diana almost seems like a failsafe to bring everyone together for some last-ditch AoE out of the purple team. So I don't think she'll really help with the split push or dueling potentials, but I think she'll help as a last-ditch, oh crap, we got caught, we need to fight this now kind of deal.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the skins here. Let's see what the skimentation factor here. All 5 players on SV have skins currently on their skins. We have, what would you pronounce that? Koi Nami?
Yes, Koi Nami.
Okay, we got Dragon Slayer Jarvan, Arclight Varus, SharkBlade Zed, and Wicked LeBlanc. Wicked LeBlanc is actually my favorite LeBlanc skin. It's not one you see all too much, so I'm very glad to see that skin.
Most often you usually see Prestigious LeBlanc or Mistletoe LeBlanc, as rare as that skin is. I haven't seen Wicked LeBlanc in quite some time.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile for the purple team we have Dragon Trainer Lulu, Nottingham Ezreal, Green Ezreal, always got to be the favorite, Tundra Fizz, and of course Dark Valkyrie Diana.
Yeah, so it is 5-4 here, so they are going to win that skimentation factor. So SV, that's going to even put them further ahead now. If y'all could see, if I had a webcam on that, y'all could see my troll face going on because there's nothing but fun. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Zac's purple skin I don't feel really is worth the buy. I don't know, I wish they would really, because I like Zac. Zac's actually one of my favorite junglers. I wish they would do something with his skin for him, because I feel like it would really bring him out more.
Yeah, to be fair, it's hard to do skins for a giant green blob other than try to change his colors, but I do agree in that I'm not sure I like the special weapon Zac skin just because it seems like a purple recolor. I know there are different animations that come along with it, but there's not a lot to really be noticeable. It just seems like a purple Zac to me.
Sorry, my kind of got distracted there for a second. I was looking at Twitch chat.
Not a problem.
But let's see here. All flashes. We got 3 Cloud9 fans for these team comps. We got 1 TSM fan, or 2 TSM fans, I'm sorry, and 1 EG fan, and 1 Curse fan, and 1 Dignitas. So pretty good all around. A lot of Cloud9 fans come out recently. A lot of people feel like they are the best NA team for the Worlds. I don't know. I feel they're a very strong team, but they are relatively new together.
They're
relatively new together.
They're relatively new, but something I've noticed in their interviews is also that they're very humble. They don't really get that arrogant in their matches, nor do they really talk about who's better, who's worse. They simply play the game as it is, which is a stark contrast to somebody like Double Lift, who, well, famously quoted, "Everyone else is trash." So I think that mentality really does help them because they're playing League to practice, and they're playing League to more play League than anything. A lot of other people play League to win, and that can lead to a different mindset, which can lead to some rage and frustration, especially in the pro circuit. Doesn't seem like Cloud9 has that much of an issue with it. They're just kind of there doing their thing, and they're doing really well, so they're taking it as is.
Yeah, like, okay, here we go. The game is underway, actually. So we will be doing some real casting here. Let me set up my personal spectator mode real quick so I can see side-by-side comparisons here. So give me 1 second while I set that up. Looks like we are going to see... Okay, we don't really see where Diana or Fizz are going yet. But we should be able to tell that relatively soon.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Item
Okay, it looks
openings
like
right now. Fizz and Diana picking up Crystal and Flash, really trying to stay in lane for as long as possible. I think their main goals right now are to simply hit 6 without dying against what might be lane superiority, at least through poke, with Zed and LeBlanc, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and Jarvan doing a good job there, tossing his banner down onto 3 members of the purple side of teaching Kassadin. So doing some nice poke. He actually did a little dance after that, even just to give himself a pat on the back, basically saying that it's a good thing I checked that, because if not, it could have went badly.
They also ate a hail of arrows from Varus as well, so Lulu a little bit low. I doubt it would really affect her in lane. Right now it looks like both teams are just spacing out, watching their jungle entrances, trying to make sure no invades are going on. Several pings down at the blue buff. I think he's just trying to recall his team to get a leash over there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Looks like he's trying to get in there, trying to get some poke. Ooh, but takes poke on himself, so not really that progressive. So pretty even poke trade there, but just that early pressure can really affect the mindset of a ShadowBlade V currently.
Both AD carries opening Doran's Blade seems to be the most common opening for AD carries nowadays, especially when running lifesteal Quints. You can get both the aggression through the extra damage and health, as well as the sustain through the extra lifesteal and flat health gain off that Doran's Blade, restoring exactly 5 health each hit.
Yeah, and it looks like we have both jugglers starting at the bottom side of the map, which is actually very scary for top lane, because a lot of times what you see is when they start on this bottom side, you'll see them go up here, they'll pick up their other buff, so there'll be 3, and usually you can hit the top lane while they're still level 1. So that can actually be a pretty good impact on the game if they decide to do that route.
And a bit of a lane switch here. We actually have Fizz in the top lane versus Zed. Really will depend. Fizz can actually trade very well with his auto attacks because he does have that bleed off of his W ability, which I believe is Seastone Trident. So he can actually engage against Zed fairly well. It's all going to rely on how he uses that Playful Trickster, though, because he has to evade as much of Zed's counterattack as possible if he wants to survive for that level 6 death mark.
As you can see, we got Soul from SV now trying to see if he can get up here, see if he can apply some pressure on his Fizz. Ooh, gun go in there. Might be able to. Oh, Playful Trickster ducks come out, though, so no knockup for them. But good try, though.
Oh, my apologies. I'm actually a little bit. I'm actually not spectating for main game because I have absolutely. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I get to see what's going on for main game. I'm actually watching the stream still, so.
So you're having delay.
Yeah, I have a tiny bit of a delay. It's nothing too terrible though. But yeah, sorry about that. That explains a lot.
You're like, man, he knows stuff before I do. What's going on?
It's like I didn't know us casters got this clairvoyance. It's like, where can I pick up some of that? Alright,
Alright, Zed trying to come up here. Gonna be forced back off. So yeah, so they're trying to get some pressure. It looks like on this top lane here, but Jarvan coming into this mid lane here might be able to get some pressure here. Oh, barely misses his knockup, but does get some free damage on just without auto attack, and gonna back off here. Here comes Zach. Ooh, if Zach. Okay, never mind. Thought Jarvan was gonna try to stay there, and I was hoping Zach was gonna leap over, but that didn't happen.
Now, interestingly enough, in terms of dueling potential, I do believe Zach does have the advantage because of that percent health. I completely forget what the skill is, but he's able to do percent health damage off that simply because of his sustain. If he wants to counter jungle Jarvan while he's off pressuring lanes, that may be something to do, but we're probably not going to see that until around the 7-minute mark when that blue and red buff begins to spawn.
Yeah, it looks like our top lane Fizz does go very aggressive on his Zed and does pick up first blood, so good job on him there. I'm not sure if I don't know. I feel like Diana and Fizz could have really worked in either lane. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. So maybe this Fizz top could have worked. I mean, is working out for their advantage. Because I'm pretty sure blue team was not expecting that.
I think they sent Fizz top because, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken on the mechanics here, but I believe Playful Trickster can evade the second damage portion of Deathmark, which may be what he's trying to avoid if Zed were to go all in. Fizz has a lot better potential to disengage either way against Zed, as opposed to Diana, who has no natural escapes. So I believe
Yeah.
that's why they actually sent Fizz top against Zed, is because though LeBlanc does have a lot of burst damage, the moment Diana gets her Negatron Cloak, gets that Abyssal Scepter, and or hits level 6, she can probably survive LeBlanc's burst, out-trade her, and when LeBlanc tries to escape, use those Moonfall rushes to simply chase her through the clones, through the dashes, and pick up a kill from there. So I do believe this is simply a resistance versus escapability lane switch. But we'll have to see what happens when, of course, the level 6 hits and these engages start to go through.
Yeah, and looking at Fizz's build, actually, he decides to pick up 2 Doran's Blades, so not the most common build setup you see, but I can definitely see how it makes sense. Because it's going to give him some tankiness, it's going to give him more sustain. It's just not exactly the most common thing, so he's adapting to his laning clone, which is always a nice thing to see.
Almost taking a page straight out of a Kennen's build, getting those early Doran's Blades probably for extra sustain and or base attack damage off of that, off of his basic attack. Perhaps thinking that the bleed off of Sea Stone Trident isn't going to be enough for the early game. Probably going to focus more on that for late game. This is actually picking up another kill on Zed up there. Very nice play.
Yeah, he did a nice ultimate. He waited for Zed to be just a little bit out of way. Zed tried to put some pressure on with his what is it? His Shuriken toss ability. I forget what it's called. Tried to put some pressure onto that. There we go. And Fizz, of course, just playful trickster right over that, and yeah, picked up a kill.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons I think the Fizz lane is working out so well, is he can actually evade a lot of Zed's attacks. Zed, individually, his attacks don't do quite a bit, but if you're not building armor, they can actually shred you down quite a lot. And because he runs off of the energy system, he can just keep doing that again and again until he's ready to go all in. Looks like Fizz is actually roaming down. Unfortunately, a blue team sight ward has spotted him going down. Looks like he knows that and is currently recalling in the brush.
Yeah, and Zach was up here. I guess he looked like they might have considered going aggressive on this LeBlanc with LeBlanc. Of course, knowing that she backed up that part, they have known that it was warded, so they try to disregard that for right now.
Yeah. Diana picking up blue buff, that's going to help her actually a lot in lane because now she can spam those crescent strikes, try to farm from distance as much as possible. However, no contest on the enemy blue buff. Looks like both mid laners are going to get their respective buffs with very little contest.
Yeah, and here it is, coming close to just past the 8-minute mark. It's only 500 gold lead for purple team, so it's still in anybody's favor. The only lane that's really going to have problems is this top lane. Fizz definitely has the advantage currently with those 2 kills that he has. But the other lanes, they're just doing fairly even. No CS is really super far. Actually, I take that back. Israel does have a 15 CS lead, but even then, that's not like a crazy amount. It's not like a shutdown amount.
Yeah, neither AD carry has backed as of yet. Looks like Lulu was the first one to back, picking up the phones for her Philosopher's Stone. Not rushing the Sight Stone, but in all honesty, you probably don't have to until you get the Philosopher's Stone. You can rely on standard green and pink wards until that particular point. But yeah, Ezreal currently holding a major CS, well, not really a major CS advantage, but definitely a significant one for this early in the game. Nami eating a lot of poke, that brush is warded. Meanwhile, Jarvan is cycling top lane.
Yeah, and Fizz just popped the straight playful trickster, so he's not going to have that evade for the banner into the Dragon Strike, so he actually does miss it though.
So Fizz is able to get away safely.
Yeah, they didn't pop his flash even, so very nice job on Fizz.
Mid lane, Diana barely surviving LeBlanc's burst. Was Ignite expended? Both Flash and Ignite were expended out of LeBlanc. Diana just barely getting out. I believe she had less than 10 health. Yeah,
so very close fight there. We got Zach and I trying to cover. Ooh, I don't think Zed. I mean, it feels like a top lane though. Yeah, this Fizz did not know that Jarvan was still up here.
Nice chum the water. Playful Trickster has been used. Jarvan picking up Fizz. Is Zed going to die? No, he will not. Doesn't look like the bleed was on him. So Zed is going to get away alive with very little health. Jarvan going to be able to get at least a little bit of free farm up here. Try to push that lane out as much as possible to deny Fizz some creeps. Yeah, so that is a 2v2 game now at the 10-minute mark. It's within a 500 gold game still, so no one is snowballing. So this has potential to be a very good game. So it should be a good one to watch, folks. Meanwhile, Nami ult has been used at the bot lane. I'm a bit behind. You're a bit behind. Yes, I am, which is strange since I'm actually spectating. Let me see here. Let me see what's going on here.
Alright, well, I'll just do podcast right now, kind of solo until you get that figured out, I guess.
My apologies, I will be one moment.
Oh, it's no worries. Mid lane here, looks like everyone's just regrouping up into the lanes now. No one's really doing anything too dive crazy. No one's doing any counter jungling, so it's pretty typical lanes right now. Everyone's just farming up a bit. Ooh, but here comes Jarvan. Might be able to pick up this kill into Diana. Ooh, here comes Zach though. Gonna be able to counter gank. Ooh, doing a lot of damage onto LeBlanc. LeBlanc brought down so low. But she does pop her, what is that ability called? Her distortion there to get out of the way. So very nice job on both teams with that gank by Jarvan and by Zach to counter gank that. So no kills were got out, but still, obviously a lot of map awareness being brought to the table, and yeah, all that good stuff. Okay, let's see what's going on up here. Looks like, let's see, there's like some, I don't know, I would say Fizz still has an advantage in this top lane, because Zach didn't pick up that kill, so he didn't get that extra gold boost he needed to really stay in there. Let's look at the gold difference here between those two. It's about 1,000 gold, which is actually pretty significant, so Fizz should definitely have advantage here. Even he picked up that Sheen now, so going to be very burst potential, a lot more than he was before. But here comes Jarvan though, still lurking in these bushes here, trying to get a gank onto Fizz, trying to maneuver around, but looks like he's going to back away from this one. And we have Zach coming bot lane. There are actually no wards currently down here for blue team at all, so they have no clue that Zach is close. Kind of playing in the blind, which is not a situation we're going to have in this bot lane. Yeah, here comes Zach. He's going to go through this side bush here, then going to roam down. Ooh, but he might be a little too late. Okay, never mind. Here he comes though. Going to try to. Ooh, actually missed his. Oh my goodness, can I think of it? Sorry guys. His elastic slingshot.
Elastic slingshot.
There we go. Thank you so much. He misses the elastic slingshot, so he couldn't get a full gap closed in. But that is all right, I suppose. Looks like LeBlanc roaming top just to see if maybe he can find someone, but just gonna come back middle now and push these creeps back, get some CS before they get to the tower.
Jarvan actually missing the Demacian standard top lane. Fizz does not have this warded, so I'm not sure why Jarvan engaged so wholeheartedly right there when Fizz wasn't even pushed up to the mid place on the lane. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think he feels like Zed needs help now because I really don't think Zed was expecting this matchup. So maybe he's not good against, like, because I mean, everyone has that, like, one champion where they suck again, even if you play their counter. So maybe this is kind of Zed's counter. Oh, but actually, Jarvan coming in again now. Go heavy on the Zed. Zed might go down here. Zed does go down, but Jarvan is still on the chaser on the Fizz. Okay,
he's
like
not going to want to dive that, yeah.
Yeah, so a 1-for-0 trade there. Very good job from Jarvan. He is babysitting that lane quite a bit. So,
something interesting to note in that fight is that Fizz actually dodged the initial death mark with Playful Trickster, so the ultimate wasn't even activated on him, which is one of the reasons why he's getting away with such high health. Something interesting to note for all you Fizz players out there, you can indeed, it looks like part of Zed's death mark with that Playful Trickster.
Sorry, I couldn't fully understand what you said there. You're cutting in and out a little bit
when
here.
Zed ulted... oh, that's why my microphone's lagging. Wow. So many things going wrong. Ah!
It's alright.
Alright. Any better at all?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm actually gonna close that
But
down,
what were you saying, though?
Perfect. So... something to note for that engagement between...
Some more damage on Fizz, but Fizz is going to back up out of there. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's perfectly fine.
Sorry, just got a little tongue-tied there.
Oh, I understand. It happens to me all the time. Looks like bot lane here. Zach is hovering down here, but it is worse. They do know that he is there. I feel like he's wasting a lot of time. Because they should know, since they're not actually trying to get these last hits on these minions, that he should know that they're aware. Sorry, what was that
It'll really depend upon where Zach came in from, because it looks like the blue team ward at Dragon actually does not spot the outer river. So if he actually came in from outer river, then I do not believe the blue team will know he's there. But they're playing so far back that I don't believe Zach will get an opportunity to engage.
Yeah,
LeBlanc bursting,
blowing up Lulu there. So we got, yeah, some craziness. I didn't even see LeBlanc. Yeah, I didn't even see that. See LeBlanc even come down. I was so intense just watching the Zach currently that totally missed that. So looks like Fizz here kind of try to put some damage in this top lane. Might even try to push it out. Ooh, less bounce comes out of Jarvan here. Going to see if they can pick up this going to Bars. Bars brought down very low. Ooh, shutdown does come down for Israel. It's like Flash comes out for Zach. It looks like they're going to continue trying to trade here. Nami does pick up that kill onto Israel. And they're going to back off here.
2-for-1 trade in favor of the purple team.
Yeah, ooh. Diane doing a good job with that. Those jukes saw that banner comes out and turns on immediately. They don't want to get knocked up here, but it might be too much. Ooh. Okay, so almost gets that stun there from LeBlanc, but she does get out of there. Very, very close fights, guys. Yeah, that flash was very good. You are right. Okay. They're going to try to force this dragon possibly. The first tower of the game does go down for purple team.
Only Lulu is there to help. Spearshot Barrage barely misses the dragon.
Very nice attempt. Ooh, Fizz does pick up another kill onto Zed now, so that is a Fed. Fizz actually 5-1 currently. Looks like he's going for a Trinity Force. Wow. A kind of a hybrid Fizz, it seems like. So that is very interesting.
So those double Dorn splits were not for... Yeah. Doesn't look like those Dorn splits were for early game.
Yeah, this looks like this is actually kind of going off his comp. I mean, obviously, two of them is kind of just for laning phase, but that is very interesting. Can't say I've ever seen this Fizz build before myself. So interesting to see this.
Yeah, there are a couple of variants of attack damage Fizz, but I've never actually seen one build a Trinity Force. I'm not sure if he's going to go straight hybrid, because he does have a 60 AP right now, only I believe 30 of that off the Trinity Force. So we may see some other hybrid items like Hex Texas or maybe a Gunsu's Rageblade, maybe, but this is a very interesting Fizz build. It's neither attack damage nor ability power. It's a weird mix of both.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide why. I mean, it's working out for him, so it's hard to do that. But I wonder why he elected to go kind of with a mix. Why didn't go with the standard AP? I wonder if that has to do with Zed specifically, just with the matchup, or if he had this, or if that's just how he plays Fizz.
Part of it may have been to mitigate how Zed could build defensively against Fizz. You can see right now Zed actually has a Hex Drinker.
Okay,
to try to
huge fight down here. Yeah, there's a huge fight coming out here. Let's bounce comes off from Zach. Looks like they're going to try to pick up this kill onto Nami. Does pick up that kill, so that's 2 kills off the purple team. Looks like they're going to try to retreat back. Wow, that was a lot of action going on very quickly. Zed come down here, seeing maybe he can help out, but definitely going to be a little late. Ooh, does pick up some poke onto Lulu, though.
Very nice 2-for-0 exchange for the purple team. LeBlanc and Nami just simply falling to the amount of damage these guys are able to unload. That is a lot of CCs that can actually put out between that Elastic Slingshot and the Let's Bounce. And unfortunately, the blue team simply did not have an answer for it.
Yeah, as some people are saying in the Twitch chat right now, holy shit.
That's a good way to put it. Fantastic analysis.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw them coming in, but when it engaged, they were very coordinated. They just all came in all at once, and blue team didn't have time to react properly. So very nice job.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Zax's initiates, is that they quite literally are out of the blue, especially if he's able to jump in from the fog of war. Because 1 minute you're simply poking back and forth, the next minute this giant green blob is flying towards you, and suddenly there goes the fight. So he's very good at catching people off guard. So the blue team, honestly, the way to win this game is going to be through wards, because they need to know where Zac is in order to safely poke away at the purple team. If they don't know where Zac is, then an engagement could come at any time.
Yeah. Let's see now. Let's look at builds currently. We got ADC actually. Varus going. That's kind of odd. He has a Cutlass and he has a BF Sword, so maybe didn't have enough to either finish a. Typically, what do you see? The BF Sword. You usually see that turned in. Ooh, actually, coming out of the game. The pause probably coming out. Ooh.
Yeah, a bit of a pause here.
Yeah, Arctic Zero, I feel, is going to be shut down here. I don't think there's too much he can do. Someone did DC there, from what we saw. I don't think there's much they can do about it, because that is, I'm fairly confident, a pretty dead Zed. You see, I'm pretty sure he's still in a knockup animation, and he only has about 1 HP, or let's see if I can actually pick on him now. I can't actually. Oh, actually, yeah, I can. He has 42 HP left. So, yeah. So,
yeah, the moment we go from sepia tone to monochrome for poor Zed.
Yeah, and from what I'm seeing from Twitch chat, because I didn't really, I just saw a DC. I didn't really pay attention to who it was, so I was kind of just expecting a pod to come out. But looks like the Zed was the one who got DC'd, so he's not even going to have a problem. Yeah, he's going to reconnect into this game, see what's going on, and realize, wow, I am pretty screwed. So we should see the resume coming out here shortly. I wouldn't even be surprised if after this Zed kill, they try to push a tower here. Because with a dive champion as Zac, and Zac, I'm pretty sure, still has his passive. Let's see if I can click on him just to check that real quick. Okay, I can. And yeah, he does have his passive still currently. I wouldn't be surprised at even seeing a dive after that.
Yeah, Zed is a very massive portion of the blue team's burst damage. So missing him means that the purple team is going to be a lot safer in terms of diving. Looks like the game is going to resume here in just a moment. Here we go. Zed going down almost immediately, and here comes the push. Underneath the tower, Shark does land on Nami. Counter initiation with the tidal wave, zacking in a lot of turret damage. Currently, there's not much of a way for these guys to really engage. Exhaust goes down and Diana falls to LeBlanc's burst damage. Zac is currently in his revived form. Varus trying to get as much damage done as possible, but he's able to slip out.
Yeah, so a 1-for-1 trade there, so I don't know, I was expecting it to go a little. Ooh, actually, he does pick up that kill on Jarvan. Very nice. So that was a 2-for-1 trade there. So definitely worth it for purple side. The dragon, I think, is fairly going to be up fairly shortly. I didn't get a chance to look at the timer. Let me see if I can look at it from the chat.
Timer was at 17:01, I believe, for the last dragon.
Okay, so we still have a little bit, a little over a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And going back to...
I'm waiting to see this to go back. I want to see what he's going to build. That's kind of
yes.
I'm just so interested in this.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any other items right now that can really give us a hint. Right now, we're just kind of waiting for him to pick up what he wants.
Okay, let's see what's going on mid lane. Looks like purple, blue side gonna try to put on some damage onto TGK right now. Looks like they're gonna back off though.
Something to note right now is that the purple team currently does have a tower advantage, and a pretty significant one at that. All the outer towers have been taken out versus 0 for the blue team.
Yeah, and they've also got a dragon under their belt also. So they have 4 objectives in their favor. Meanwhile, yeah, blue team has picked up no objectives so far, so they're definitely behind in the gold. But it's not significant. It's only 2k gold at the 22-minute mark. So nothing too significant. Still anybody's game, I would feel like, at this point.
Yeah, and going back on your previous point before the game pause, Varus's build is currently all over the place. He has a BF sword moving towards, I believe, an Infinity Edge with that pickaxe, but he also has a Bilgewater Cutlass and a Zeal, both mid-tier items between the Blade of the Rune King and the Phantom Dancer. I'm not sure why he's spreading his build so thin, but because Ezreal already has a completed Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer, he's going to be dealing a lot more damage overall. Blue team trying to contest this dragon. Nami Tidal Wave has gone out. Red team does get it. Very nice smite at Zac. And now Jarvan and Zed are caught.
Yeah, they are not looking good here. Zed does go in, and he doesn't get blown up also. Ooh, looks like they're going to try to continue this chase here. Might be able to do it. Ooh, does get a double kill there for Fizz. So that is a 3 for none currently. They are going to back up off this. They might decide to get an inner tower here, but it's up to their choosing whichever one they want.
The AD tanky Fizz, who just picked up a giant spell, is 8, 1, and 3, holding the majority of the purple team's kills. So poor Zed is 0-7 right now. Might be due to the lag, might be due to the lane matchup. Right now, I don't think we're really sure. But right now, Purple Team is currently pushing that bottom tower.
Yeah. Wow. I am just so surprised by this Fez build. But you can't even like say, oh, that's a bad build, because it is working for him and working very nicely.
Yeah, there are some variations of attack damages that can work, but AP Fizz has been so common lately with those really high AP ratios and very potent assassination potential that AD Fizz, and most notably, I guess, this kind of tanky hybrid Fizz, yeah, he just picked up a Sunfire cake, so this is a very interesting variation of tank Fizz. I guess like Bruiser Fizz? I'm not even sure what to call this. This is fascinating.
I think that's the best way of wording this for. This is I think that would be the best wording. A Bruiser Fizz, tanky, has some burst, but he can stay in the fight for a very long time. And with Playful Trickster, that just brings so much more survivability that he's gonna be a real nuisance now. So it's kind of, and because he has the most kills, he's kind of their focus target. But because he's so tanky, it's gonna be very hard to.
Yeah, it's going to really rely on LeBlanc to really burst down Fizz, but because of that Playful Trickster, on top of the extra health he gets off of that Sunfire Cape, he's going to be very hard to burst down. Even though the Sunfire Cape doesn't grant magic resist, flat health is a very nice counter to burst damage because you just have so much more to push through with your combo. So LeBlanc has a lot of work to do in order to get that Fizz down, but Fizz is just so slippery that he's going to be a really hard target to catch.
Yeah, like almost all fishes, they tend to be slippery. But this one is going to be a very big fish. It's pretty much a great white shark right now. It's just a huge, massive beast that's... Wow, I am amazed. Like, once I saw that Sunfire kick come out, my jaw hit my desk. So, I'm very excited to see this match. I love seeing matches like this where people kind of go against the meta and it works out for them. So, I really like this a lot.
7-13 right now, 6k gold lead for the red team. Looks like they're going to try to put some pressure onto this blue buff. Right now there is a bit of a gathering. Nami is actually caught out. Fish does miss, but it does end up not nailing Nami. Zed is currently in the thick of things. Jarvan able to get in there. Does he have ultimate? No. Zed is currently taken down. The red team is clumped up, but they are just turning everyone into calamari, most notably Nami. Fish and all. Zac is barely able to survive with that Lulu shield, and Jarvan is going to have to run for the hills.
Yeah, it looks like, ooh, yeah, LeBlanc barely escaping there with that flash, but that was a 3-for-nothing exchange, so very unfortunate for blue team. They definitely need to do something in their favor here. I don't know what they can do though. I mean, I would say try to catch someone, but they have so much disengage that they can all pretty much escape at a moment's notice.
On top of that, the chances for the blue team actually winning this match are going to be less and less right now because LeBlanc is going to be falling off hard in the late game. She's already not really able to do that much because of the heavy team fight presence of the red team, but she's going to fall off in the late game if she does not get those kills. She's an assassin. She has to farm off of those champion kills. But 27 minutes in, she's only 2-1 with 139 CS. She just picked up her death cap. So she's going to be doing a little bit more damage. But because we're in this team fight stage where she doesn't have a high priority target focus that she can't kill immediately, she's going to be doing a lot less right now.
Yeah, the only primary target that she has is Israel. But yeah, more than likely, there's no way that they're going to allow Israel to be at the front line. So Israel's more likely playing very safe. And if she does get like a chain onto him, he's just going to arcane shift right out of it. So it's a very hard matchup for blue team.
Israel actually looks like he's going for an Infinity Edge.
Wow. So he's going with a pretty standard ADC build, which is definitely not so popular now. I guess the meta is kind of shifting towards that though, because Blue Pill did get that slight nerf just with that tier stacking reduction in speed. I guess that's how you phrase that. But still, you still see a lot of Blue Pill Israel. It's just they tend to actually not get that tier. They either like not to get it, or they just get it later, so that way it's not that crutch. Because if they rush that tier now, they're going to be so weak in the early game. Because they know they're not going to be able to turn it into that man immune when it reaches mid-game.
What I find fascinating is the lack of an Iceborne Gauntlet, because Ezreal is an interesting hybrid of attack damage carry and attack damage caster, especially with that Mystic Shot. So getting the Infinity Edge, he's going to have to rely on his auto attacks in order to proc those critical strikes. Ooh, Nami actually getting caught out. Oh man, who likes seafood? Because that was a very quick kill.
Yeah, Fizz there obviously being the great white shark, he decides to eat himself a mermaid, and nom nom nom, and yeah, I feel like this is crazy. It's like Zed finally getting his Blade of the Rune King though, so that is going to bring him some survivability and some good damage. Ooh, it looks like this could be the game right here if they get this Baron, because I'm pretty sure they can just push and win after this. I don't think there's much blue team can do about it.
Current Baron take for the red team. This is completely unwarded for the blue team. Only wards right now present in South Jungle. So this is going to be a free Baron, and there it is. Baron for the red team.
Yeah, they chose pink Baron, realizing that's probably where they are. Ooh, they might be getting ganked here actually, because they are working around. They have no vision in this top lane at all.
Yeah, Fizz forcing Varus out of the mid lane right now. Looks like the blue team knows they have Baron now. They're going to have to play extremely defensively.
Yeah. For some reason I can't... I can't click the minimap on my screen for some reason anymore. But whatever, I'm just having a slight client bug, I suppose. Yeah. Looks like they're gonna... They might be able to get behind here. Ezreal kind of gave away their position by using his poke there. But they don't know that Zach's here. So if Zach can really get a strong initiation there, I feel like they might be able to do something. Oh, never mind, they do drop that ward though.
Ward over the wall, yeah.
Okay.
Currently a bit of the lull in the fighting. Looks like the purple team's actually going to recall and go ahead and get their items. Lulu picking up Twin Shadows. Those ghosts could be useful in case some of the blue team members try to flee, but honestly, there's so much mobility on this blue team that I think they're going to be okay. Meanwhile, I believe Fizz is getting a Maw of Malmortius because he just picked up a Hex Drinker and a Negatron Cloak.
Okay, his build is definitely off the wall here, but he is 10-1 and 5, so he, can't say this is like a small, what's the old saying, big fish in a small pond, because this is definitely a large fish. Alright, yeah. Dang it, I was trying to go somewhere with that and it didn't work out.
large fish in a long river as they're currently trying to get Dragon.
Yeah, basically. They do get that Dragon kill now. Let's see, how much gold do they have on them currently? Got some members who have over 8k gold, but they're not really trying to push to end this here. Maybe they're just trying to farm out, make sure that they have that super gold lead, and then they're going to try to push for the end here.
I think they may be trying to play this relatively safely because of how the last tower dive went. They're not really sure if they can pressure this tower and 5 people at the same time. They may be trying to slow this game down, try to catch somebody out, and from there they can make the power play to win the game.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it is a 10k gold lead. Actually, did come back. Actually, let's see. Well, the largest difference I believe I've seen is 12k. So they are. Blue team isn't as behind as they have been in the game, but still 10k gold lead is pretty huge. Oh, but here comes Zach.
Zach
he did use his last shot. Didn't use his last round. So looks like they're going to try to get a kill here. Does pick up that Jarvan. Now they're on the chaser, and yeah, looks like they're just going to get one kill there. Back off. Ooh, Zach might go in and get the. Ooh, Jed's a fell slingshot though. But they do get that tower
right through the wall.
Yeah, decided it'd be fun to do like a old-timey cartoon trick and just be a rubber band face and just go right to that wall.
Fizz actually gets taken down by Zed. Tartar sauce available for 100 gold in the shop now that Fizz has been taken out. Zed trying to work his way onto Ezreal. Very nice barrier to help mitigate some of that damage. The Nami bubble does land, but nothing to follow up on. Zach is currently reviving thanks to that passive.
Yeah. Looks like they does pick up that kill on Nami. A very nice job there by Ezreal. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up this tower, and that is the ace. So Jarvan will be up and he is up now, but we have another 20 seconds till someone else up here, so they might be able to get this and might be able to even get this bottom tower if that's what they decide to go for.
GGs are currently being called out, but right now I do not believe they have the presence to get these Nexus turrets. Only one inhibitor is down, and the rest of the blue team is going to be up here momentarily. Because the inhibitor is down, all minions for the purple team are going to be a lot more powerful, so pushing against the blue team base is going to be for certain now. Now all it's left is to take down the rest of the inhibitors, get one more good play going, and from there I believe that will be the team's game.
Yeah, but look at this build. He actually got a Banshee's Veil, so he doesn't have a lot of damage currently, per se, off of his abilities. But I think he's just trying to be super tanky and just try to get a lot of Sheen procs in. Just be annoying, get into that back line, and try to shoot some damage onto this Varus and the block.
Key crowd controls. He might be trying to get rid of the Nami bubble, but looks like
the surrender does come out here.
Has
so
gone out.
GG. Yeah. So good game, well played.
Very well played by the purple team. That was a very fascinating